Join us on a 3-day winter camping trip in the Rocky Mountains of Colorado. We'll show you what it's like to camp in the mountains in winter. We make many delicious meals, including our signature dish, a campfire pizza, and we'll show you exactly how we do it. I go on a snowshoeing adventure to a nearby frozen lake that I had never seen before. And with a major snowstorm in the forecast for the 3rd day of our trip, you'll want to stay to the end to see if we get out in time.
How does this spot look?
Looks good. Nice and flat.
Yeah.
Is that the last we'll ever see of that tent stake? Wow, that fire starter tumbleweed starts really quickly.
Whew. Okay, so I'm gonna put stuff in the fire.
So there's a pack of coyotes nearby, which normally wouldn't bother us at all. But we've got Corvus with us, so we're a little concerned for his well-being.
I'm putting the burritos on. We have potato burritos. They're Beyond Meat steak with potatoes and veggies in there. So that's what we're gonna have tonight because it's just easy to just throw on the fire. Don't have to worry about cleaning up or a mess or anything like that. And I'm also heating up Corvus's food. I make Corvus's food at home. I make it all handmade just because it's healthier for him.
Yeah, the burritos taste good. It looks like a full moon tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And the coyotes were howling. We should probably bring the food back to the Jeep.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Better.
it's after mid-March.
Yeah. Which means
Mid-March, theoretically, Colorado bears are coming out of hibernation.
Mm-hmm. You did a good fire.
Oh, thank you.
I still don't understand how the bear spray got released.
Yeah, the bear spray.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sprayed inside the Jeep.
I think but the thing is like, you can see like it might have leaked out somehow. I don't know if it got disposed, but it like.
Ooh. Yeah, it doesn't look the greatest, does it?
No, but we've got 2.
Yeah, so I guess we'll keep those in the tent?
Yeah. Corvus put himself to bed.
Inside the tent?
Uh-huh.
Good.
Yeah, he's all covered up.
For the first time on just a pure camping trip, we're gonna sleep on individual air mattresses, single.
Yeah.
And the theory is if one person moves, the other person won't feel it.
Yeah.
And we should get better sleep.
Wow. We did it.
Yeah. We're in Roosevelt National Forest again, 3rd weekend in a row.
Yes.
We camped in Roosevelt National Forest for a weekend, and then the next weekend we went on an awesome snowshoe hike. And this weekend we're camping again.
Yep.
How many times did we watch the movie Grease in the last 24 hours?
3.
All the songs are going through my head, or have they been going through your head? Or...
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Right now at beauty school dropout is just like on an endless loop in my head.
Yeah. Beauty school dropout.
At one point in that song, does the guy say, "Baby, don't blow it, something like that.
Uh-huh. It's such a like a cut down song.
I know. She's already down and out. And that guy, the guardian angel, is like,
Baby, don't blow it.
yeah, like stressing her out. I haven't taken my snowshoes off yet.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna sleep with them on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be good.
I think down sleeping bags and saw edge snowshoes is a good combination.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I've heard.
Uh-huh.
There's nothing to be afraid of.
Nope.
Yeah, I've got a built-in footrest.
Well, that's nice.
Are our sleeping bags out yet, or
I haven't undone them.
maybe we should undo them so that they fluff up to their maximum glory?
Yeah, I can do that.
They're rated, I think, -40 degrees.
Yeah.
Western mountaineering, down sleeping bags.
And the crazy thing is I still get cold. I don't remember which one's yours and which one's mine.
Oh, that's okay.
Does it matter?
You probably want to be in yours, because I spilled a Mountain House meal
Oh, yeah.
all over mine.
Spaghetti, right?
Yeah, Mountain House spaghetti. We were in Rocky Mountain National Park in the winter, in the backcountry. And I think it was the very first night we were using those sleeping bags.
Yeah.
Or
It was at Lake Helene.
We snowshoed out to Lake Helene in Rocky Mountain National Park, and cooked some Mountain House spaghetti in the vestibule of our tent. And then while I was eating it in the tent, somehow I spilled it all over the place. And it got all over my sleeping bag and my closed cell foam pad. Yeah, that was kind of a nightmare. One of the cool things about Western mountaineering is the people that actually did the work to make your sleeping bag sign it on a permanent area in the sleeping bag itself. So that's pretty cool. Baby, don't blow it. Cheers.
Cheers. I still have that cough from the bear spray.
From the bear spray?
Yeah.
So the bear spray discharged a little bit in the Jeep after we had already gotten out. I think we were taking some of the gear out of the back and putting it into the front in order to get to something. And I may have thrown gear on the bear spray and discharged it.
I don't see, no, because you have to pull the plastic off. I think it just got, I don't know what it did. But it was funny because at the same time, we both started coughing.
Yes, and we were both like, this is really weird. Like, coughing not normally.
Right.
And we're like, something's in the air. And I'm like, is there a gas leak around here or something?
Yeah, because it was weird because when I'd go into the front of the car, I'd really start coughing.
Oh my gosh.
And then I'd come out and I'd kind of smell, I kind of smell something, but I couldn't smell, it really doesn't have an odor.
It doesn't have a strong odor.
No, but it definitely makes you cough.
Yeah. And it makes your eyes water and all that jazz.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was interesting because I wasn't even near the front of the car.
You were in the back.
I was in the back and I started coughing.
Yeah.
That bear spray is powerful stuff.
Yeah. When I first coughed, I was like, I had to get out of the car. Like, I just moved my head out to get some like air because I was like, what is it? It's like coughing. And then when I went back in, I felt like I was going to faint.
Oh my gosh.
But I was like, this can't be. It's like, I could not, it's like, what is going on?
Yeah. I still feel like I have some bear spray residue in my lungs.
Yeah, me too.
It's like in there.
Oh.
Excuse me. It's like, yeah.
I think if we didn't have snow,
Yeah.
it would be difficult to bring all this stuff up.
Oh yeah, it would be impossible.
It'd be back breaking.
There's no way. Like the water.
Oh.
There's absolutely no way we could get that water jug out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sledding gear into the backcountry is orders of magnitude easier than trying to like put it on your back or anything like that.
Yeah.
So, and it took us about maybe roughly 4 sled trips.
I think
double
so.
4 2-sled trips to get our gear back here. Imagine all of that gear being on your back each trip. I mean, first of all, every sled trip would instead be 2 to 3 walking trips. And it would be,
Yeah.
a lot. Look at that dead standing tree.
I know.
There.
I keep looking at that. It's just so amazing.
That is such a cool tree. We'll show it to you, everybody else, in the daylight tomorrow.
It's so pretty.
We've got a dead tree growing right next to a live tree, and it's just such a cool juxtaposition of like alive, like life and death. But that dead tree is so fascinating. I don't know why.
I know. I think so too.
It's so thick, and its branches are so thick.
Yeah.
It looks like it could be something, I don't know, out of a horror movie or something.
Or like an Edgar Allan Poe. You know?
Yes. What a day.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work to winter camp, but once you've done the work, then you can relish the rewards. With sitting out at 8,300 feet in the Rocky Mountains with a full moon illuminating a national forest. It's pretty magical.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, should we get ready for bed?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
That one was for my homies.
Oh.
Well, light just ran out, so good timing.
Yeah, good timing.
All right, time for bed.
Time for Betty Bye.
All right. All right, this is our tent situation. So we've got 2 single air mattresses with 2 Western Mountaineering negative 40-degree sleeping bags. And what's Corvus on?
He's on,
Closed cell foam.
yeah, down, sleeping bag. He has like, I think 3 downs, sleeping bag, closed cell foam, and then this.
And a sleeping pad. That's a dog sleeping bed kind of a thing, right?
And 2, this is also underneath him, and then he's got this. And then soon I'll put my coat on him.
Cool. And then on top of our air mattresses, we each have closed cell foam. And then a wool blanket. Then we've got our sleeping bags. Is anything going to go on top of our sleeping bags tonight or not?
No.
Okay.
I have another little blanket in my sleeping bag.
Oh man.
Just because I get super cold.
Dang, I'm going to be jealous of that.
So, yeah. And then, so we packed everything at the end of the tent because that's where the little mesh is.
Okay.
I'm trying to keep some cold out and warmth in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. And then I've got down booties. Do you have down booties?
I got down booties. I got fleece. I got down hats.
Yeah.
Yeah. Down pants.
Yep.
Down coats.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna wear. I'll wear my down booties. I'll wear my long underwear. I think I'm gonna try to get away with just long underwear.
Wow.
And then maybe I should put my fleece on top of that.
Yeah.
It just feels like I should.
Yeah, it's cold.
Yeah. And then
Do we know what the low is supposed to be tonight?
no.
The last time we camped, it got to 14.
It did.
So,
Fahrenheit,
yeah,
which is -10 Celsius.
right.
Yeah. Well, that's a good point. We should probably get the thermometer out and put it outside so we can measure the outdoor air low. But yeah, look, this looks like a good setup.
Yeah,
I'm pretty excited to try it out.
I think it's gonna be nice.
Yep. All right, we'll see how it goes.
All right, good night.
Good morning and welcome to day number 2. Wow. Morning, Corvus. Oh, yeah. Morning. Yeah. All right, we're all up and about. Megan has woken up, and now I'm gonna venture over to the car to go get our food. We stashed it in the car so that there wouldn't be any issues with animals such as bears. All right, loaded up the food onto the sled, and now it's time to take it back to camp. All right, so I got the food.
Nice.
Should we start a fire?
Yes.
And cook some breakfast?
Yes, that sounds awesome.
Cool. All right. I'll go collect some small stuff to get the fire going.
Okay.
So here are a bunch of dead fallen trees behind our camp. Which is good for kindling for firewood, especially this really small stuff. It's good to get the fire going. I've got another one of these tumbleweeds. This is what I used to start the fire last night, and it seemed to work pretty well. I'm going to establish a little platform off the snow here for it and get some really small tinder on top. Hi, Corvus. Come to check out what's going on. All right.
It's hot now.
Yeah, it's getting really nice. Should we put some breakfast on there?
Yeah, I hope it stays sunny all day.
It is nice when the sun is out, but I'll have to seek shade. I didn't bring any sun hat.
And I don't think we even brought any sunscreen.
Nope. Maybe we need to get 2 tables. You sit out 50 feet away from me in some sunny patch.
2 tarps, 2 tables, 2 sleeping pads.
Here's the fire gloves that you wanted.
Thank you. Have you tried these yet?
No.
I'm the first one.
Yeah. All right. Breakfast burritos. What's inside these breakfast burritos?
Eggs, potatoes, onions, green pepper, asparagus, and Beyond Meat sausage. And cheese.
Sounds pretty good. I like this area because of the rock formations that are around here.
Yeah. It's very neat. It'd be fun to explore in the summer too.
Mm-hmm. It'd be cool if we could find some small cliffs or tall boulder problems and put a rope on it
Yeah.
and work out some rock climbing moves.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that burrito really hit the spot. I think one of the best things about eating is the drinking. Because, like, I wouldn't really drink water, but now that I have got that meal in me, I chugged a bunch of water and I feel so much better getting rehydrated.
Mm-hmm.
You're so nice.
You okay?
You were trying to cook your burrito on the side, and I'm like, no, put it in the main fire. And then when you open it up and it's all black, you didn't say something like, Tom, you screwed me over. You're just like, I think burritos should be cooked slowly over less heat. Yeah, winter camping's about the suffering and the brutality of it.
Yes.
And dealing with the elements.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got its own charm in that way.
Right.
But you're right, the reward is we're the only people out here. So according to a thermometer that was in the vestibule of the tent, so it was outside the tent, it got down to 27 degrees last night.
27?
Yeah. Yeah, so last night after we arrived, we had an accidental discharge of bear spray in the Jeep.
Yep.
That is amazing how impactful that is.
Yes. I feel normal now,
Yeah,
but that
it took
cough,
a while.
Yeah.
It was like in our lungs for hours.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go on a little trek. I'm gonna see if I could snowshoe to a lake that's in the vicinity. And yeah, I want to go check it out. And then Megan and Corvus are gonna stay here and maintain our camp and keep the fire going.
Yep.
All right, I'll see you in a little bit.
All righty.
I think there's a trail, so my goal is to see if I can meet up with that trail. Ooh, the snow is really deep on this little hillside. Okay, I made it to the trail. I've never seen this lake before, so I always enjoy seeing a new lake for the first time. Wow, pretty cool. Some rock formations right up against the shore over there. Looks like a pretty neat boardwalk on this side of the lake. So I think I'm gonna go on that, see where that takes me. I don't recall any other lake that I've been to in Colorado having a boardwalk along the shore. I assume it's to preserve the shoreline and prevent overuse. There's those rock formations I was talking about. I'm going to try to walk along this snowbank on the shore a little bit further to get a little closer to those rocks that are on the other side. Pretty neat.
You made it back.
I did. That was a good workout.
Yeah.
Oh man. Here, Chorus.
I was getting a little nervous because the clouds looked like they were, a system coming in.
Yeah,
And I saw you didn't take your water.
I know. I forgot to bring the water after filling it up and everything.
Yeah.
So that was kind of a bummer. And I wish I even had Gatorade.
Yeah.
Gatorade is now, I realize, key for snowshoeing.
Oh, yeah. You need that electrolytes.
Yeah. But it was a good hike.
Nice.
Yeah. There's nobody else out there.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was a neat lake. It was still frozen, and there was rock formations on one side of it, and a boardwalk was built along the shore,
Oh.
which is really unusual. I can't
Yeah.
recall any Colorado lake we've been to having a boardwalk along the shore.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, so that was pretty interesting. Thanks for keeping the fire going.
Yeah.
So you've been cutting a lot of wood.
Yeah.
Oh, this water tastes good.
Yeah, I bet.
So should we think about making a lunch?
Yeah, I think we could do the pizza.
Yeah, pizza. That'll be awesome. Corvus has been doing good.
Yeah, he's just basically chilling.
Yeah.
It's funny, while you were out there, no wind at all. You get back, you brought the wind
Uh-huh.
with you.
I know. It was kind of windy right when I left, and then I felt it stop, and the sun just come blazing out.
Uh-huh.
And that's how it was during the entire hike.
Oh, wow.
And then right when I get back, the wind picks up. I wish it was the other way around.
Yeah.
So was it really nice here with the sun then?
Yeah.
So what's the process for making pizza?
So, we have pre-made dough. And I pre-chopped all the toppings, which will have red onion, jalapeno, garlic, and then of course cheese, and then the pizza sauce. So you
Nice.
start with me rolling out the dough.
So the way we make pizza is we use this 6-quart cast iron Dutch oven. And inside of here, you actually have a little layer of sand. And that helps insulate the pizza from the bottom of the Dutch oven, so it helps to prevent burning. And what we do is we put a layer of parchment paper on top of that sand, and then the pizza goes right on top of the parchment paper. So right now, I'm going to cut a piece of parchment paper that fits the Dutch oven. Olivia Newton-John is Australian, right?
Uh-huh.
That's interesting. So in the
Yeah.
movie Grease, her character was from Australia. I wonder if they put that in there because of her
Accent.
being from Australia,
Yeah.
or if the Sandy character was already from Australia, even in like musicals and whatnot.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's what happens when you watch Grease 3 times in 24 hours. Start thinking about these kinds of things. That's great that Corvus knows just to hunker down at night
Yeah.
and stay underneath his blankets, as opposed to like sort of get up and have the blankets fall off of him. And
I know. I was kind of worried he would do that last night, but he stayed in there.
I think he's getting smarter and realizing the best thing is to just hunker down. It looks like the dough rolled pretty easily.
Yeah, not too bad. Now I'm just putting the pizza sauce on the pizza dough.
Nice.
And second, I'm gonna put cheese. I'm gonna use pizza cheese and some cheddar cheese. And then here's our pre-cut toppings. And yeah, so now it's ready to go in the fire. Oh, I forgot the seasoning. I gotta put the seasoning on. And the seasoning is crushed red pepper flakes and oregano.
All right, this is what the pizza looks like before it goes into the fire. It's looking pretty good. All right, so now we're gonna prepare the fire for the cast iron Dutch oven. I'm gonna clear an area or grab some coals out of an area that we could put on top. We still want a good number of coals on the bottom though, however, as well. But we're basically trying to create a flat area and grab some extra coals while we're at it. And now we're going to put some coals on the top of the Dutch oven. To create that oven effect. That should be good for now. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that looks good.
Cool. So now we'll
Set a timer.
set a timer, and did we say maybe 10 minutes for the first
Yeah,
session? Because there's no way it's done in 10 minutes.
right.
So we'll put it in there for 10 minutes, and then we'll check every 5 minutes thereafter.
Yeah,
Sounds good?
cool. These clouds are very interesting.
I know.
They look like storm clouds, but luckily they've kind of been missing us.
Yeah. And what kind of wine is this?
This is Prophecy Red Blend.
2018.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think that's a California winery. Oh God!
Yeah, I think it has something to do with pressure. Cheers.
Cheers! Beautiful mountain day.
I know. It's so amazing. The sky is just incredible. All right, we're gonna check the pizza. It's been 10 minutes. Just gonna rub some of these coals off here. Try to rub some of the ash off the lip so that it doesn't accidentally fall in too much.
Oh wow.
Dang,
It might be done.
it might be.
Do we need to get the spatula? I think it's probably done. The
Could-
sides are looking burnt a little bit.
Yeah, it could be done. That could have been a really hot fire. Let's see what's going on down here.
It's not burnt.
Nope. I think it could go in for more. I'll rotate it
Yeah.
so that the dark edge side isn't in the deep end anymore. But that was an amazing first 10 minutes.
Heck yeah. I'm glad we checked it.
Yeah. All right. It has been another 5 minutes. So it's time to check the pizza. Ready for the big reveal?
Yep.
I think it's done.
Cool. Now we got to get it onto the cutting board without dropping it. Okay, so we learned last time you don't pick up the parchment paper because it's going to break. We almost lost the pizza. So we're going to bring the cutting board closer to the Dutch oven, and using the spatula, hopefully we can transfer it
Using
with everything intact.
Yeah, maybe using 2 spatulas. And should I just put these right on the snow?
Probably. I mean,
Okay.
the pizza's hot, so
Okay.
as long as we move quickly, it's not going to get cold. Clouds are coming. Wind is picking up. It's going to be a chilly evening, I think.
That seems pretty successful
Yeah.
so far.
All right, now we're going to cut it.
Let's look at the bottom to see the damage. So it's a little overdone. It's funny because about 3 minutes into the last 5-minute session, Megan said we should probably just take it out. And I said, no, we got to go the full 5 minutes. And whenever I say that, people should learn to ignore me by now and
Yes.
not do that.
Yes.
And go with the gut instincts. But this is not bad.
We've had worse.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So we're going to cut it and start eating.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell. It's always hard to judge. You know, last time we had to cook it more. We had to cook it longer because I think the ground or maybe the fire just wasn't as hot.
Mm-hmm.
This fire is super hot, so it cooks faster.
Yeah, last time we cooked endlessly. I think
Almost
maybe
25 minutes.
25 minutes.
Yeah.
And it still was not. It could have gotten in there probably for another 5.
Mm-hmm.
This one went in for just 15. And it got pushed over the edge just ever so slightly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it really depends on the fire, I think. I think I could tell from this fire. I mean, those coals were raging in there. Every time I got close to it, I could feel my skin just getting blasted from the heat. So maybe we have to sort of take that into account.
Pizza and wine in the mountains.
It doesn't get any better. Definitely looks like a winter storm is hitting.
Yep. Darn. I wasn't expecting this until tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and even tomorrow, like evening maybe or something.
Yeah, I thought we would maybe even be out of here before.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. This is interesting.
Yeah. Winter says, I'm not done with you yet. I think this one was done excellent.
I think if we took it out in 3 minutes, it would have been excellent. I think it's a little burnt. I mean, it's still good. In a way, I kind of prefer this than it being doughy.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Definitely. So, what is your favorite outdoor YouTube channel?
Huh, good question. I think there would have to be categories. I can't just say this one is my ultimate.
Right.
Because there are different ones that have different elements that I appreciate more than the others, right?
Right. Maybe a better question is, when you think of good, entertaining YouTube channels, what are some that come to mind and why? And off the top of my head, I've got like 4 that I tend to gravitate to. Maybe 5. Maybe 6. But what's one that comes to your mind?
AB Camper. I really,
Yeah, and is it called AB Camper or AB Camping?
I don't know.
I think it might be called AB Camping, but I'm not
think so.
sure.
Yeah, I think it's camping.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, AB camping is one that we like to watch. Do we know why? Because I'm not sure I know why.
For me, I think he's an interesting fellow. He has interesting thoughts about things. I think he has an interesting background. I think he was in the military, and then he was in financial banking. He lived in an Asian country for a while. I want to say Tokyo, Japan. I'm not real sure. Singapore. Retired, moved to New Zealand, and now he and his dog, which was I think Bruce at first, and now it's Bruno, films camping in like crappy weather, which is somehow really entertaining. And
Yeah.
then the fire, and then all the cool gear he uses, and
It's interesting how we can always somehow find that weather.
I don't think it's difficult in New Zealand.
Maybe New Zealand has a lot of that rain and snow. Mm-hmm. But I think a lot of times when you do that, it ends up being a one-nighter more often than not. A lot of the YouTubers that do the bad weather camping typically are out one night.
Right.
And it's easier to do that, I think. We like to do double nights.
Yeah.
And so we prefer a little better weather.
Right. When we winter backpacked camping, when we did one night. But that's because that's just epic.
Winter backpacking. Yeah.
And camping.
Yeah, winter backpacking.
And plus
We typically did one-nighters.
to do 2 nights, you have to bring that much more
Yeah.
stuff. Water, food. It's also just mentally, I think a little bit more challenging.
Winter backpacking, you usually have to have 2 different destinations. You backpack to a location, set up camp and sleep, and the next day you travel to a different camp, sleep. So it's got to be kind of like a loop hike. I agree. AB camping is in my top 5.
Yes.
I think another one, what used to be my number 1, and maybe still is my number 1, but I don't know if it can be called my number 1 because I think he left YouTube. There's 2 guys that I really liked that appear to no longer be on YouTube, but a great one. And sometimes I've just let it roll over and watch it all day, video after video, was My Own Frontier with Joey.
Joey Coconato.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he did awesome backpacking trips in the wilderness, often in national parks, often in Yellowstone, but also Glacier National Park.
Just go on your back.
And like the Wind River Range, Tetons, but technically all over. He'd also hit Yosemite.
Yeah, he's a good one. I liked him because he just had such a positive spirit and just really, truly authentic.
Absolutely, like living out of his van, living to backpack.
Yeah, not a lot of money. A lot of his gear he got at secondhand stores.
Yeah, just worked just enough to pay for the next backpacking trip. And then go back to work. So it appeared that once he had enough money for another backpacking trip, then he's off on another backpacking trip.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's pretty pure. It's about as pure as it gets. It may be as pure as it has gotten on YouTube, and maybe it might be as pure as it ever will be, because that guy was basically living for backpacking.
And very humbly.
Yeah. Just seemed like a nice all-around guy.
Yeah, and if you think about it, you have on one spectrum AB Camping, who has tons of gear because he has quite a bit of money. And so I think he buys most of his gear. I don't think he gets sponsored by a whole lot, maybe a little bit. But then you have Joey, who is just,
barely getting by. He had gear failures nonstop.
Right. Well, and I think the difference also too, I think the biggest difference between those two is that AB Camping is car camping, right? He drives up, unpacks, has, a very entertaining.
Yeah. A lot of his camps are car camps. He mixes it up. He does.
That's true.
He does some backpacking in, some car camping. It appears that the majority is car camping, though.
Right. But Joey was pretty much all backpacking.
On long trips.
Yeah.
8 to 10 days would not be uncommon. And he would often say didn't see a single person.
Yeah.
On those trips. Which is great. Because a lot of times when you're watching YouTube, you're living vicariously through these people that you're watching. So you might be, yes, you're at home. Yeah, you're in the middle of a work week. You're doing a 9 to 5. But at night, you can flip on YouTube and just for a few hours be out there, either in the Yosemite or the Yellowstone backcountry or Glacier National Park, right? So you threw AB Camping out there. I threw my own frontier. Now it's your turn. What's another YouTube channel that you like?
I don't know if she still does it, but I like Win Dixie.
Oh, yeah.
I like her because she does some long trails. She's very, I think authentic too. She doesn't try to make it seem anything other than what it is. And as a female camping, there's not a whole lot of information when you're just getting started about, just going to the bathroom or when you have your period or things like that.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed her and her knowledge and the things that she did. And she was very, I think, motivational and inspirational.
And I think her channel name is Homemade Wanderlust.
Okay.
Yeah, and her trail name is Dixie.
Yeah. I don't know why I was whistling Dixie. But yeah, so I really like her.
I particularly liked Homemade Wanderlust's Continental Divide through hike. Dixie's Continental Divide through hike. That was awesome. Because I've done a lot of sections of the Continental Divide Trail.
Yeah.
And so I could relate to a lot of the areas that she went through, and she even saw a mountain lion on it.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing. I've personally seen a mountain lion in the wild just once.
That was right near home.
Yep. It wasn't even on a backpacking trip in the remote country. It was at our local hiking trail.
Yeah.
So another one that comes to my mind, there's sort of two newer ones sort of three in a way. They're all sort of intertwined. These Canadian YouTubers.
Yeah.
that all seem to be living in Ontario or the Ontario region of Canada, but there's and I don't remember the full names, but there's the Lost Lakes YouTube channel with John and Aaron.
Thank you.
Which
I
remember when we first saw one of John's videos for the first time, we were just blown away by the filmography. Like the quality of the video and what he was capturing.
Do you want to put that in the bag? Yeah, it was.
And the lighting.
It was stunning. It
was stunning, and the wildlife that he was capturing, like caribou, bear, all these fish that he's catching and whatnot, all in the same video. It's like, wow, what a smorgasbord of nature, and really well captured on video, like super high quality video.
Yeah.
And then watching Lost Lakes led us, I think, to some other Canadian YouTubers, Xander. Unfortunately, I don't quite remember his last name. I think it starts with a B, but Xander his first name starts with an X. I think we got exposed to Xander through Lost Lakes. And these YouTubers a lot of times have a canoe focused adventure where they're traveling through the backcountry on canoes. So they're going down rivers and across lakes and occasionally, as the Canadians say it, portaging from one body of water to another. And so that's sort of like a new thing for us for watching, because we typically watch land travel. Here in the United States, it's not too common to be cross-country traveling on canoe. I don't think we have as many bodies of water to make that feasible.
Right.
Like here in Colorado, for example, I can't really imagine anywhere being able to travel by canoe. I mean, we've got a lot of white water.
Right.
Like rivers that are dropping elevation like crazy, that extreme kayakers might do, but just like an 8-day canoeing trip.
Yeah, there's some, like, you can start like at the Colorado or the Arkansas, and it's like more like a 3 to 5 day, call it float trip, where you can easily use like a rubber raft or a canoe or something, which is really neat. I've done that with Gabrielle once, and my friend Becky and her sister and her boyfriend Dan, and you just go down the Colorado River. I get confused if it's Colorado or Arkansas, but I want to say it's Colorado. And then you just, find a camping spot. That'd
be really cool. I'd like to do that. I've never done that before.
Yeah, it's so amazing.
Because I grew up doing a lot of canoeing with my father. That was something that he liked to do. And we entered the Des Plaines River Canoe Marathon just about every year of my childhood. That's in Illinois. And then we spent a week canoeing through the Okefenokee Swamp, which was pretty amazing. I think I was 14. That was in Georgia. But other than that, I really haven't done much like water-based adventures. I think it would be awesome.
Yeah.
If we could find some sort of a multi-day canoeing trip that we can do in Colorado.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, going back to YouTube channel, so it was Lost Lakes, led us to Xander, and then I think, I'm not sure how, but we also encountered Jim Baird's YouTube channel. And I think he has a brother named Ted, who also has a YouTube channel. Jim and Ted were on one of the episodes of Alone on the History Channel. And they won that season.
Yeah.
That was a season where you partnered up with somebody. Mm-hmm. I think it was mostly family members. I don't think it was ever not a family member. So, Jim had to travel. It took him like 8 days to travel across this island near Vancouver to find his brother Ted, and then they basically went into starvation mode,
yes.
Which is like kind of what happens on every Alone episode. Trying to find enough food to outlast other contestants. But yeah, they ended up winning, and we had watched.
I think we watched that even
Jim
before
and Ted years ago.
Yeah.
On Alone, before we even realized that Jim had the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So for YouTubers, outdoor YouTubers that we like to watch, so far we've come up with AB Camper. We always call it AB Camper.
Yeah.
It's probably AB Camping. We should probably do our homework and figure that out.
Yeah.
We'll say AB Camping. AB Camping.
Joey.
My Own Frontier, which is Joey. Homemade Wanderlust, which is Dixie. And then I grouped all three, the Canadians, into one bucket.
Yeah.
Lost Lakes, Xander, and Jim Baird.
Yeah.
Baird, I think. I'm probably butchering his name. Wow, that pizza was really good. It's hard to beat pizza
Oh yeah.
on a camping trip. All right, it was getting really cold and windy for a little bit there with some flurries. And we were a little tired, so we took a brief nap in the tent to recharge, and that was awesome.
Yes.
To warm up, get into some warm socks. My boots that I had been wearing on the trip thus far are completely soaked. So I switched to my Sorels, and they have a history of keeping me nice and warm, so I'm psyched about that.
Yeah.
Got into some new socks. Just overall warmed up in our sleeping bags. That was nice.
Yeah, and now the sun's out.
Oh my
It's calm.
gosh.
And it's so crazy because right before we got out of the tent, felt like it was epically windy.
Yeah.
And that we were going to have to do something with the tent.
Oh yeah.
And we get out and there's no wind. The sun is shining.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
This is so awesome.
Yeah, Corvus took a nice little nap.
Yeah, he's psyched too.
Yeah, I think we all needed that.
Yeah.
As much as I kept saying I don't want to.
Yeah.
Like a little child.
Yeah.
I didn't want to take a nap.
Yeah.
But I did, and I'm glad I did.
Yep. So I guess I'll put a little wood on that fire.
Can't help but to snicker. I don't know why.
When I sink in,
Yeah.
I was gonna lift up this tree and drop it and see if it cracks in half.
Just step on it.
I heard a little bit of a crack.
A little bit.
Nice job.
It's really neat. There's some distant mountains, kind of that direction, that you can kind of see that it's catching the sun
Oh yeah.
on it.
That's super cool out there. Wow, that log on top really kicked things into action.
I know. That started fast.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah, it's just, even though it is a lot of snow, this is really some dry wood.
Yeah.
So did we finish our YouTube conversation?
I feel like we didn't, but maybe we did. So we were talking about favorite outdoor YouTubers, and we had come up with AB Camping, Homemade Wanderlust, My Own Frontier,
And then you lumped the other three in.
and then the Canadians of Jim Baird, Xander Budnick, I think might be his name,
Yeah.
and Lost Lakes, which is John and Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any other YouTubers that we're forgetting that we gravitate to and tend to watch?
Joe Brewer.
So Joe Brewer, I think his channel name is not Joe Brewer though. I think it's Backcountry Banter. Yeah, Joe Brewer was great because he's a Triple Crowner. So if you like watching those multi-month backpacking adventures of like the Appalachian Trail, the Continental Divide Trail, and
Pacific Tricks.
the Pacific Crest Trail, I think that's how we got into Joe Brewer. Out of all these people, I think Joe Brewer is the only one we've met in person.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
That I can think of. Joe Brewer was working in Denver at his gear at the outdoor shop. What
Farrell.
Yeah, Farrell. In Denver, and we happened to be in the area, and so we stopped by to that Farrell store. We bought a few things while we were there too. And Joe Brewer was working there, and we introduced ourselves to him, and he was a little taken aback of the way I approached him.
Yeah.
I think I walked up to him and said, "You don't know who we are, Joe Brewer, but we know who you are."
And meanwhile, I knew Tom was going to say something silly just because we were both nervous. I don't know why. It was kind of, I felt like for some reason I was starstruck in a way. I was not anticipating him being there, even though we were hoping that he would be there.
Yeah.
And then right as we walked in, we were, oh gosh, that's him. And so Tom's like, I'm going to go say something. Maybe I'll just go say hi. And then got nervous. So I went and hid behind a clothing rack, kind of peeking up and down, trying to see what Tom was doing. And then when I hear Tom say that, I just almost wanted to drop on the floor.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Hi, John Brewer.
Joe Brewer.
Oh yeah. Hi, Joe Brewer. You don't know who we are, but we know who you are.
Surprised you just said I can run out the back door.
Oh my God.
But like, yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, Joe Brewer was one of the early YouTubers we started watching, and then yeah, John Z. I believe John Z took all of his videos off of YouTube.
Right.
And you can't really watch them anymore, but those were, what I really liked about the John Z videos is they seemed very raw and open and honest about how he was feeling and the emotions he was going through on his adventures, which were also often the Triple Crown style hikes, such as Continental Divide Trail and Appalachian Trail and Pacific Crest Trail. But he also got the speed record on the Colorado Trail. Yeah, his style of video making and the music and stuff was very unique.
Yeah.
It's sad that John Z's videos and My Own Frontier, Joey's videos, are no longer on YouTube.
Right.
I heard Joey, My Own Frontier, he might have his own site that you can sort of subscribe to and watch his videos or something, but I've been meaning to take a look at it. Haven't done that yet.
Look at this, how the sun is hitting on everything. It is so beautiful.
I know, it's amazing. What an incredible evening. Yeah, the lighting is amazing.
If you could travel time, would you want to go back in time or forward in time?
I think I always thought I'd like to go back in time. I don't know why. Maybe I don't want to see the future or something, but we've been taught a lot about the past, you know? Mm-hmm. And it'd be amazing just to experience it firsthand, to say, holy cow, this is how life was, you know?
Yeah. I couldn't think about what particular time period I want. I definitely would like to come see what it was like before man.
Yeah.
Or before, maybe before man. But I would love to see everything up into like this moment.
Yeah, that would be amazing. Like, especially like the age of the dinosaurs. Could you imagine? You go back in time and somehow still be safe. It's not like you go back in time and instantly get eaten by a T-Rex. That wouldn't be really fun.
Yeah, you'd just be in an invisible bubble.
Yeah, you'd be there just to see it. You're not actually physically there, kind of a thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that would be incredible to watch the dinosaurs walking around. Wow. Amazing.
Yeah.
But I'd also like to see early man.
I'd like to see them create fire.
Yeah, that would be incredible. Right here?
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
Drop it. Okay. One more piece.
One more piece.
One more piece. Oh, he found another
One,
stick.
2, 3.
3.
Man, that fire is glowing orange under its entire length. It's so cool.
I'm looking at the rings. I can see the rings. And I can't remember how you tell the age of the tree. Is it like each ring is a year?
Yeah, how many, roughly speaking, how many rings do you see?
Maybe I take a picture and then we can analyze it.
Sure. First glance, it's way more than 10 to 15.
Oh, really?
It's probably at least 30. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I could see all those rings.
Oh, heck, I didn't see those.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's cool that you took the photo. I see like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 30, 31, 32, 33, 40. Holy cow, is it for real that this tree is that old? 40 led me from here to here.
Oh, dang.
And then there's sort of, I don't know if it's because of the cut of the wood or what, but it becomes unlegible.
Uh-huh.
But extrapolating, I mean, that's suggesting this tree is 50 to 60 years old.
That's crazy. I could imagine for as long as it was, yeah,
Yeah.
that's insane.
So that tree could easily be older than us.
Yes.
Yeah, what a harsh life it had to live up here. That's probably why it's only as wide as it is.
Mm-hmm. What do you think this species of trees are? I think there's different ones. So it's hard. We obviously don't. Well, I mean, we could maybe tell by the bark if I was more intelligent with trees.
We definitely need to know what these trees are. There's a huge variety of trees. For example, this tree right here, look at the needles on that.
It's so different than that one.
Compared to the needles on the tree right next to it.
Yeah, and then also
So those are
that other
obviously
one.
totally different species. I think there's ponderosa pine up here. I couldn't even tell you which ones are the ponderosa pines though.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of crow today.
Mm-hmm. Crows were really curious about us being out here.
Uh-huh.
They'd fly and circle and then land on a tree and watch us. And here's the dead tree that we were talking about.
It is an amazing tree. That is just an amazing tree.
Yeah, the sky color is pretty awesome right now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's cold because my breath.
Oh, you can see it?
Unless it's still bear spray. No. Wait. Maybe I just inhaled a bunch of smoke. I don't know. Now I don't see it.
I think I'm getting hungry for a dinner.
So what we could do the burritos and nachos.
Here's what I would do. I would take one of the layers off so you're just one layer, and I'd stick that burrito right in the center of that hottest part of the fire.
You can do that with yours.
For about 45 minutes.
You can do that with yours. I'm not going to do that.
Oh, I'm going to trust you with my burrito. I'm going to trust you with everything because that's the way it'll turn out the best.
Okay. Going to find a nice place where these burritos can slow cook and not burn. And I will make some nachos. So when I make my nachos, I kind of do a lot of aluminum foil, but I kind of try to make a tray or a pan.
These fire gloves are absolutely amazing.
I know. I just want to wear them all the time.
I know. It's like, screw fire gloves. These are just awesome winter gloves.
Yeah.
So, chips. Corvus gets up for chips because he knows.
Chips and cheese.
Yeah, chips and cheese are his two favorite snacks at home. When he hears a bag of chips being opened, no matter where he is in the house, he comes a-running.
Uh-huh. He could be in the deepest sleep. He comes running.
I know.
He's like, what? What was that? You're doing something without me? So now I'm just slicing some cheese, top off the nachos. Now, I will cover this up. And, of course, if any of you guys have a better idea of how to make nachos camping, let me know. Very good.
Pretty awesome. Did you want this to be your burrito?
Yes, please.
Okay. I'm
Thank
sure
you.
that if you unwrap that, it will be a pleasant surprise.
I think it feels good. I think that's good.
Good.
I'm good. Thank you.
Potato burritos and nachos. Almost the same time each night, the coyotes
Yeah, let's see, what time is it now?
do their howls.
Yeah, it's around 8. Last night was around 9:30ish.
Well, last night it was around 9:30 when they howled.
Uh-huh.
Wow. I think this burrito might be absolutely perfectly cooked. Mm-hmm. It's Roberto's green chili salsa, hot, from Whole Foods.
You like it?
Might be my favorite salsa of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, our ancestors couldn't have potato burritos or nachos.
Nope.
How in the world did they survive? Hunting and foraging.
That is totally a full moon.
Looks like as full as it can get. So if you were out here alone right now, not even Corvus, how do you think you would feel?
Maybe a bit freaked out with the coyotes.
I'd be on the edge anytime I'm alone in the wilderness at night, or in the dark, I should say. I get pretty scared. I get edgy. You know, you're just kind of glancing around because you don't have. Right now, if something was approaching me from behind, you would see it, and vice versa for me to you. If I was here all alone, I'd constantly be turning around
Yeah.
to see what's approaching me from behind, you know?
Yeah. That was good food.
Thank you so much for preparing these meals at home before the trip and packing them up and cooking them on the fire. I got to say, that burrito turned out perfect.
And it wasn't burnt.
It was not burnt. I mean, it was absolutely perfect. Couldn't have been better. Was yours the same? Mm-hmm. We're ready for me to do a transport to the car.
Yes.
I'll bring the food back into the Jeep. All right. What an awesome day.
It was.
There's nothing better than being out in nature all day from dawn to dusk.
Yes.
All right, so here is our tent set up. We've got Corvus all tucked in at the far door over here. We've got Megan in the middle.
Megan in the middle.
Megan in the middle on 2 air mattresses, is that right?
Uh-huh.
Got the original one that we thought had popped last night, but it turned out it probably just stretched. And Megan's backup backpacking air mattress on top of that. And then tonight I'm going with just the large car camping air mattress, giving it a second chance tonight.
Yeah.
And we've both got our negative 40-degree sleeping bags.
And I have a little fleece in my sleeping bag and another down blanket
Oh my goodness.
because I'm always cold.
Wow, that's awesome. Not me, I'm going with just a sleeping bag, and I'll just be in my long underwear in there.
Oh yeah, and then I also have my fleece and my down pants,
That's amazing.
a shirt, a fleece, and a down coat.
I would be roasting if I had all that.
And I have heat warmers.
Oh my gosh. Well, let's just say Megan will be very warm tonight. All right, well, good night.
Good night.
Well, good morning to day number 3.
Good morning.
It's a nice, calm morning. That's always good.
Yep.
How'd you sleep last night?
I slept good. I had a lot of weird dreams, but I slept good.
Yeah.
My mattress did not deflate,
Okay.
but I ended up throwing the lighter one off me or from underneath me because I was sliding too much.
Yeah, because you started with 2 mattresses. Mm-hmm. A thick, sort of car camping style. Mm-hmm. And then a backpacking one on top. Mm-hmm. I went to sleep with just the thick car camping mattress. I don't know if it was filled too much or what, but it felt like a bubble, and I was always rolling off
Yeah.
the center as opposed to being cradled in the center.
Yeah.
It was sort of forcing me off.
I think I filled it up too much.
Yeah.
That's how I felt with mine too.
Yeah. And then it also created a bubble lengthwise, and my back wasn't happy with that situation. So I think around 4 in the morning, I just deflated my mattress, and then I filled up my backpacking mattress.
Right.
My thinner air mattress. Mm-hmm. And that actually ended up working a lot better.
That's good.
But it did ultimately, I don't know what, stretch or deflate, or the air inside got cold and shrank.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, by morning, I was on the ground. But I didn't even know it. I was sleeping totally soundly. And if you hadn't woken me up, I would have slept probably at least another hour.
Oh, really?
Just basically laying on the ground on
Wow.
the snow.
Yeah, I could have slept a little longer, but I had to go to the bathroom, which is always a thing that wakes me up. It's either that or my hips just hurt too much that I have to get up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Were you looking for a stick, Corvus? Corvus slept good.
Oh, yeah.
I think he sleeps the best out of all of us.
Yeah.
He just hunkers down, falls asleep, and then wakes up when we want to, when
Yep.
we wake him up. Huh?
Yeah, he gets the ultimate sleep. Just
Yeah.
in a cushioned wonderland on top of all those blankets, and then all those blankets on top of him.
Mm-hmm. It's like a little doggy den.
Yep.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna start the fire.
Yep.
Get some coffee and breakfast going.
Let's start the fire, and yeah, let's cook our breakfast on it.
Yeah, we're kind of trying to beat out a possible snowstorm. So
Yep. There is a snowstorm that is going to hit this area today. The question is what time.
yeah,
And so we're hoping we can get a breakfast, maybe even a lunch out here, but we're going to play it by ear. If the weather starts getting too nasty, we'll probably just break up camp and head out. So, yeah, guess it's time to collect some wood for the fire.
yeah, let's go do it.
All right, we have my new favorite way to start a fire here, which is a tumbleweed fire starter and a long reach match. I'm going to go ahead and light this and put some tinder on it. I guess we could start cooking these.
Yeah.
Want to help?
With it.
Yeah. If you want to walk around that way.
Okay, ready? There we go. Nice job.
This is like a wishbone. See what happens. Yeah. All right, I think that's pretty good for now. You get heated from a fire, from a campfire 3 times. Once is going out to collect the wood. Second time is preparing the wood, so like chopping it, breaking it. And the third time is the actual fire itself, burning the wood. Corvus got his breakfast.
Yep, got his breakfast.
Awesome. What was Corvus having for breakfast?
He has pork, ground beef, carrots, green beans, and peas.
Nice.
Yeah.
What a nice day.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe there's going to be a squalor here coming up. And what are we having for breakfast?
It's called chili mac.
And what are the ingredients?
Pasta, any type of pasta. I usually like penne pasta, or I can't remember the pasta that's curly. But yeah, you can use any type of pasta. So it's pasta, boiled pasta with chili on top and sprinkled with some cheese.
That's sounding really good.
It's a nice, one of a favorite cold type of meal because it really warms you up.
Cold weather.
Yeah, cold weather meal.
And the brain doesn't operate as efficiently up at 8,300 feet.
Yeah,
What's the elevation where we live at?
right around 52.
5,200. We're about a mile high. Mm-hmm. It's amazing how much of a difference that extra 3,000 vertical feet makes. Mm-hmm. You can just feel not getting as much oxygen in each breath, you know?
Yeah.
I think this is one of the best fire grate situations we ever had.
Uh-huh.
These 2 huge logs, and then being able to slide wood in the middle. Mm-hmm. It's an amazing morning, though. Look at these clouds.
Yeah.
I love big, white, puffy clouds. It's looking real good, and it tastes real good. What a great meal, though. Good morning, hearty breakfast. Mm-hmm. So I guess it got down to 21 degrees last night. I think the first night it only got down to 27. Wow, that was excellent. Yeah, it's like after every one of these meals, it's like, I want to say that's the best. Mm-hmm. They're all so good. I think pizza's still number 1.
Pizza's always number 1 for me.
And then everything else is like a close second. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the pressure makes it difficult to remove a cork.
Okay.
Time for lunch.
Yep. Grilled cheese sandwiches. Okay.
So it'll be grilled cheese sandwiches and tomato soup.
Uh-huh. I'm just putting a little bit of butter on the outside to help get them nice and toasted, which is always good to have nice toast, crispy grilled cheese.
Here, Chorus. You doing good? Yeah. I think you can tell something's up with food. I'm just looking at those rocks over there. How fun would it be to come over here and just explore all the different sides with a top rope set up, you know, and our climbing harness, our climbing shoes, and our chalk bags. Mm-hmm. And just do some cool challenges, you know? Mm-hmm. Fun little, there's like a little roof, stuff like that. Yeah, maybe we need to start bringing our climbing gear. Thank you, this looks delicious.
This is just such a relaxing day, and it's always the day that we go home that I'm the most relaxed.
I feel the weather a changing.
Yep.
I think it might be.
Pack up time.
Yeah. Wow, that lunch was awesome.
Cool, I'm glad you liked it.
Grilled cheese sandwiches and tomato soup.
Yeah, here comes the flurries.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep, here comes the flurries. I didn't know they'd be coming from that direction. I assumed they'd be coming from the west. It appears it's coming from the east.
It's funny, the snow is like little styrofoam beads.
I think I'm going to start the process of putting out the fire.
Okay.
Just to make sure it gets fully out.
Corvus is just taking a nap.
Man, the bending over for me is the worst with my back.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so is it time to pack up and leave?
Yes.
Oh, so we gotta put all of our gear into the sleds, transport it back to the Jeep. Maybe it might be about 8 sled loads, so 4 each,
Yeah.
4 round trips each with the sleds.
Nice. Alrighty, let's get to it.
All right. All right, we're all packed up and ready to go. We're gonna take our last sled loads out of here and say goodbye.
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 Ready, Corvus? Ready to go bye-bye? Okay.
All right, we made it. All packed up and ready to go right before the squall hit. Perfect timing.
Yep, we just heard some thunder too, so it would be a very interesting evening if we stayed here.
Yeah. All right, on to going home.
So we just got out of here, seriously, in the nick of time, or this is what we would be having to pack all of our gear in, and that would be insane. So we nailed it.